morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. Big changes out there temperature-wise. We've dropped about 30 degrees from where we were yesterday as temperatures today get up into the lower 50s. Yesterday we officially reached 83, which was a record for the day. So a big change thanks to that cold front. We've been talking about that cold front for almost a week now. So we've been waiting for it and it finally has arrived. Here's a look at your forecast for the rest of the day. As I mentioned, just into the lower 50s for this afternoon with partly to mostly cloudy skies, depending on where you are. It looks like the lakes area is seeing a little bit more blue skies than down here in the triangle for this afternoon. Temperatures dropping off into the upper 40s by 6 o'clock, mid to low 40s by 10 o'clock, and then tonight temperatures with partly cloudy skies will drop off into the 30s. So it's going to be definitely a cold start as you walk out the door on Tuesday. Allergy report. Medium on tree, heavy on mold, and then weed and grass are on the low side. So kind of all over the place as far as the allergy report. With some drier air coming in and those cold temperatures, this numbers hopefully will drop off a little bit as we head towards the middle to end of the week. As we look outside, like I said, down here around the triangle, a little bit more cloud cover than we're seeing around, say, the lakes area for this morning. Here's the view from Port Arthur, brought to you by Market Basket, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And definitely looking at mostly cloudy skies, not seeing too much in the way of sunshine down there in Port Arthur. And then as we switch over to the Horseman's Western Store over in Orange, showing those chilly temperatures, 49 degrees on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Humidity way down there at 35%, much drier air coming in. And look at those north winds bringing in that dry air. North winds at about, say, 13 to 15 miles an hour. We've had gusts earlier this morning that were upwards of 40 to 50 miles an hour in some spots. And it's that wind with the dry conditions that are creating a high fire danger for today. And even through the rest of the week, we'll have dry conditions even though the winds won't be as high. And some folks do like to shoot off some fireworks for the new year. Be careful with that, as like I said, we do have some dry conditions that could cause some problems. Here's Packer the Prairie camera down into Beaumont here. We're looking at the port of Beaumont, mostly cloudy skies on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, currently showing 48 degrees, humidity even lower at 31%. And look at those winds north, 20, 22, 24, 19. So yeah, we're seeing winds between 15 and 25 miles per hour. This camera shows almost 4/10 of an inch of rain overnight with that front coming through. So a little bit more rain, it looks like, in that one spot, maybe a little bit of a shower. There were a few showers that moved through the area with the front overnight into early this morning. Here's a view from our 12 News studio, still looking at mostly cloudy skies. A little bit of blue here and there, not completely clouded over, but still mostly cloudy skies. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing. As we look east towards downtown Beaumont, you can see that off to the left side of your screen as we look off into some of that cloud cover out there. Hopefully some of this cloud cover will break up late in the day. We are expecting partly cloudy skies tonight going into tomorrow morning. That's going to help those temperatures drop off into the 30s as we get into your Tuesday morning. So we will see some of these clouds definitely clear out. And see if we can get up towards the lakes area where I'll show you that skies are a little bit more clear there. There we go. Here's the view up towards Jasper, looking at the Jasper County Courthouse. This camera brought to you by Provalis. And like I said, still some cloud cover out there, but still we're looking at a little bit of blue, a little bit more sunshine up towards the lakes area. Temperature right now, 48 in Jasper, 48 in Kirbyville, 48 in Port Arthur. Then we're at 49 in Silsbee, 49 in Beaumont, 47 in Orange. Also Woodville currently showing a temperature of about 47. So it's very chilly out there. Yesterday at this time, we were 30 degrees warmer in Orange and Port Arthur, 28 degrees warmer in Beaumont, and 31 degrees warmer in Jasper. So it's been a big change behind this front. This has really brought in some of that cold Canadian air. And like I said, on top of that, we're seeing temperatures or wind right now gust into the 20 mile an hour range here in Beaumont, 26 miles an hour in Port Arthur, 21 in Kirbyville, and then 27 in Woodville. So this makes it even feel colder. So even though we're in the upper 40s, you have these winds in there, it feels more like the middle to lower 40s out there. So bundle up just a little bit. You can see those clouds coming in from the south and west. The front is well down into the Gulf, and you can see some of those clouds still back on the backside. Things trying to clear out a little bit up towards northeast Texas, and some of these clouds hopefully will erode and make their way southward. Out in parts of New Mexico and even into parts of West Texas, you see these little purple boxes popping up. That is some winter weather advisories out there where this batch of precipitation actually coming down is maybe a little bit of snow, a little bit of mixed frozen precipitation. So I-20 probably a little sketchy right there out near Pecos, between San Angelo and Pecos, with those cold temperatures mixed with a little bit of precipitation. Let's look around the rest of the country, and we do have quite a bit of activity up towards New England, where they're getting a mix of rain and some snow. You can see once again some purple and pink boxes indicating some wintry precipitation there. Lake effect snows through parts of New York, Pennsylvania, also back into Michigan, up in the UP of Michigan, northern Michigan, blizzard-like conditions, whiteout conditions. They're getting some very heavy snow. Marquette, Michigan has feet of snow, and it's just they're not even traveling up in that part of the country, as it's really treacherous with all the heavy snow. And you can see some of those winter weather advisories all the way back into parts of Minneapolis and into Wisconsin, northern parts of Iowa. West Coast actually not looking too bad. There is another storm system getting ready to come on shore into the West Coast. It'll bring some mixed precipitation up through parts of the Pacific Northwest, and then there's that little bit of precipitation out toward West Texas. There are a few showers coming into Florida, the Carolinas, but nothing too heavy. Most of the activity is up into parts of New England for this morning going into this afternoon. Here's our futurecast showing temperatures by lunchtime, trying to get to around 50. We'll be looking at some lower 50s as we get through the afternoon, and then we'll drop off into the 40s for around 7 o'clock tonight, maybe heading out to Fort Park to see the Manhattan Steamroller concert. That looks like it's going to be a chilly evening out there. Inside, of course, will be warm, but just getting in and out of there will be a little bit on the chilly side. And then overnight, we'll see temperatures drop off into the 30s. It's going to be a cold start tomorrow morning. We could see some temperatures maybe near freezing towards the lakes. And then as we get into tomorrow, we'll warm up about 50 degrees at lunchtime, and then just once again into the lower 50s. But a lot more sunshine tomorrow than we're seeing today. So that at least will look a little bit better out the window than it does this afternoon. All right, as we look at the coastal marine forecast for today, Texas Point conditions right now, northeasterly winds at 28, gusts to 33, water temperature at 65. There is a gale warning through the day, very rough on the inland lakes and bays. So keep the boat parked at the dock for today. North winds at 20 to 30 knots, seas from 4 to 6 feet. Next high tide's coming up here at 12:30 around the lunch hour, and then we'll see another one at 9:08 for tonight. Our sunset tonight is about 5:26. All right, our forecast for today, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. I probably should have put partly cloudy up towards the lake, so it looks like they're seeing a little bit more sun. North winds at 15 to 25. You could see still a few gusts, maybe a little bit above that. And temperatures just into the lower to maybe a few middle 50s towards the coast for later on this afternoon. So it's going to be a much cooler day. And then for tonight, down into the middle 30s here around the triangle, we could see temperatures near freezing up towards the lakes area. So I would, if you have some plants outside, I would bring those in as we head towards tomorrow morning. Also, no matter where you live across southeast Texas, it's going to be cold. Make sure the pets have a nice warm place to be overnight. The next couple of mornings, it looks like maybe Wednesday morning, these numbers are going to be even colder. We're expecting 31 down in the triangle, so we might even see some upper 20s towards the lakes area on Wednesday morning. So the next couple of mornings, keep those plants inside. Make sure the pets are maybe got a warm place, maybe inside. Don't have to worry about the pipes. We're not going to get that cold. I don't think it's going to be that big of a hard freeze. Our 7-day forecast shows temperatures in the lower 50s again on Tuesday, but more sunshine. Wednesday, that cold start. Then we'll see a high of 60, and then warmer for Thursday. We'll dip down into the 30s once again, but at least we'll just be in the upper 30s, and then we'll see upper 60s, close to 70 for New Year's Day. So not looking bad there. As we head towards Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're looking at the numbers in the 70s and then back into the upper 60s on Sunday, thanks to another weak front going through the area, and that should drop our morning lows back down into the lower 40s. Number at the bottom of your screen, 409-749-9302 is a number you can text us and ask us any weather questions you have. Maybe you have some plans for maybe later on in the week you want to know